Hi guys, here I am making one of these videos, and the reason I'm doing it is just because I wanted to tell you what I've been going through for the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago I was doing some silly acrobatics, a hand-to-hand handstand, and due to a combination of things, my hand ended up in a cast because I broke the fourth metacarpal via a spiral break about that long. And it connects over here in a fracture, and then it fractures up into my pinky. And it was a combination of my hand being overly extended, and there was a lot of pressure on it at the same time being squoze. And yeah, so here we have it. I ended up like this. And it's at first it was a little daunting, and it put a bit of a damper on my spirits. But I just want to tell you some information about how I happen to be able to heal a little bit faster than was projected. The doctor told me that I had great bone density and that whatever it was that I was doing, I should keep doing it. He sort of marveled at it. That was the ER guy. And then I went to an orthopedic surgeon 2 days later, and he confirmed his same opinion. So that doctor projected that it would be 6 weeks for my recovery and another 6 weeks to 3 months for physical therapy, because my wrist would go weak and my muscles and my hands would be slightly atrophied. Especially as you get older, you get stiffer. And this is what he communicated. So what I did was I asked him if he could do me a favor and give me a half of a cast. My big idea was that I could, because I've had casts before. I was sort of a klutzy kid because I was always trying crazy stuff like that. I was a gymnast, and it's called vaulting. And so I've broken my fair share of bones. And I knew what he was talking about. Like, you take your cast off and your arm looks like a quarter of the size that it was just 6 weeks prior. So I didn't want to go through that. So I'm just going to take this off. It's been 2 weeks to the day. Here's what the cast looks like. Excuse me, itch. And I'm going to slide my hand out and show you that 2 weeks to the day later. This is a little bit slower. But it seems to be working pretty well. I'm going to continue wearing this because when I go out in public, it seems like everyone wants to shake my hand or hand me things or bump into it, or I'm bumping into it, and so on and so forth. So you might be asking, how did I heal so quickly? One thing that I did was I took something called BioCell. And this has silica and selenium in it, which are minerals. And as you know, bones are minerals, and so they need to be fed minerals. And this adds flexibility as well. It's really great for your hair and your nails. And I only just started taking this for the healing of my hand. So I think I'll continue anyway, because I could use improvement in hair and nails as well, especially bones. The other thing that I've been doing is taking omega-3s. This is really terrific. It's called Blue Ice, and it's cod liver oil. And the great thing about this is I've had it since before Fukushima, before our oceans became completely tainted with radiation. So try to be careful of the source of anything from the ocean that you're going to be ingesting. I also want to communicate about the nature of bones. They're liquid crystal, which is another way of thinking about it. And crystal has an energy field, and so does this. So I often hold the crystal in my hand, and I imagine because your imagination is very strong, and you want to visualize the healing and coming together of bones and everything. Take out all negativity. I don't like to rejoice in injury and think about, oh, poor me, because the longer I do that, it's going to delay my healing, and yours as well. So, crystal. If you really want a big hunking crystal, you can do that too. I was sleeping with this in bed next to me, just to let you know. Yeah, it was snuggly. As long as I didn't roll over on it, I was cool. The other thing that's pretty amazing is because we are bioenergetic, solar-powered photonic beings, different spectrums of light. This one I use predominantly for my skin and also mood, because sometimes when it's not sunny out, it can be really gray here by the beach. And so I do about 20 minutes of this. And you can get one too. This one's called Skin Trophy. But there are different spectrums. And what that means to you is different resonance values, if you want to think about it like that. So there are different wavelengths. And color is a wavelength. So just simply something like this green piece of paper with a LED light behind it. You can take a crystal to magnify the power if you really want, but I can't do it because I don't have enough hands. And just put it on your point of injury, because green is really good for healing bones. Some people use like amber or just even white. Okay, so you might be thinking, she's cuckoo, but do your homework and you'll find that it has merit and value. The other thing that I did, the only other thing that I did, other than rest and visualize quite a bit, like the break coming together and the pain leaving my hand and being replaced by really strong bones, is hologram. There are lots of different hologram technology companies out there. This is Be Well Energy, which I'm partial to for different reasons, but this hologram has something in it called Ormus. So the hologram has been programmed with intrinsic data fields, which are in the family of frequencies and have a range of energy emitting all the time, like an ambient field of energy. So this is programmed with Ormus, which is a master mineral. So it's like the head mineral of all minerals, and also Shilajit. So I've been putting that on my hand as well. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, I've soaked it in Epsom salt. I've been taking warm baths and putting a lot of salt in it and massaging it and taking it out. But ta-da! 2 weeks later. I'm going to go to the doctor tomorrow, and he's going to do another x-ray. So I'm super curious to see how the bone healed and what he has to say. And I have a feeling it's going to be good. If it's not, I'll let you know, but assume it is. And when I get those results, I will let you know as well. Anyway, thanks for your time, and happy healing, if not now, in the future. Bye. Bump.